Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, 100% RC, Professor Damian Flowers, and Tyler Wright.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Voice of the Fan Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Swift Reynolds. We have Professor Flowers and 100% RC with us on a Wednesday night. What's going on, fellas?
What's good?
Another day.
Man, everything all good, bro. All good. We had the NBA season kickoff last night. A lot of people excited. They say there's money to be made. There's money to be made. I ain't made none last night, so I don't know what they're talking about.
Look, I needed Jimmy Butler for one more steal. I would have hit a 12 legger last night.
Oh, well, you had. I think I saw that you had him like +2.
I had him for 2 steals. He had one. I should have took him with the points, but I was rushing to make it. That what happens when you rush through things.
Yeah, I thought I was feeling good with the hockey, but it ended up biting me. Cause I did have some NBA on there, but I wasn't too worried about that. I was trying to hit some hockey games last night. There's a good bit of them, but of course, when you think a team is favored, they always let you down.
Mm-hmm.
Thank y'all guys for joining in. If y'all new here, go ahead and like and subscribe, share with family and friends. We appreciate the support. Man, we're going Dustin. He asked for a favor. He said, man, don't start off with NBA. So we're gonna dive into NFL. So let's go ahead and show the game pitch, shall we? Shoot, if I can upload it. I ain't uploaded it yet. So let me have last week's. Let me delete that. And RC, man, you on the roll with the game pitch, bro.
Hey man, if I could translate that into money. All right.
Hey, just take money lines. Don't even take spreads. Just like, all right, this team gonna win. This team gonna win. This thing. He might get you something.
I think the issue with it is college and the pros is whatever team is the previous week, don't expect them to be at the next week unless you consistently. It's probably in the NFL. It's probably like 3 really consistent teams. Of course, Flowers Colts been putting on every week.
Right.
I could truly say that the teams like the Rams, you kind of know what they is. I don't trust the Jaguars. Maybe what's another team in the AFC that's probably consistent?
Kansas City now.
Kansas City now. Hey man, let's just skip the Atlanta games on the ticket. Cause I can't be mad at 8:30 in the morning watching the team get blown out.
Yeah,
I don't just start skipping no early morning game.
We're at the point now we know who everybody is, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yep, for sure.
Yep. So, hey, another consistent team you can always put on your slips. My Saints, always bet against them.
Yeah, they're gonna get somebody one. They're gonna mess somebody parlay up. It's coming.
Yeah, I don't know. The only one that probably mess up is against the Jets, but who knows?
Depends on where that one is.
The Jets.
If it's in New York, don't bet on us.
The Jets, or they may sneak up and beat the Panthers or the Falcons. They do it every year. One of them teams in there slip up.
Man, we couldn't even beat the Panthers with Derek Carr last year, so who knows? All right, here's the game picks.
Yeah, we
cue the music.
Damn, Linda.
Linda had a fall from grace this year.
Hey, see, that's why I be telling. I went by Tesla and I said, you know, the name of the game is to pick the teams that you think gonna win, not pick the teams that gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? But yes, you fell from grace. Yeah, fell from grace. I think I pulled up where everybody went. RC, you went like 12-3. So you pulling away from the pack right now. And me and Flowers went 10-5, I believe. What I have now, 10-5. Yep, 10-5. Gabwood went 8-7. Lennon went 7-8. So there you go. NFL game picks. We just need to translate this over to some money. That's it. That's it right there. So with that being said, we're gonna dive into some NFL. We're gonna hit some key points here. So I have a clip from you, Woody Johnson. He came out and talked about his Jets, how he disappointed and everything. So let's listen to what he have to say.
What's your confidence level in Aaron to turn it around?
Well, it looks like he's turning around parts of it. You know, it's hard when you have a quarterback with, with a rating that we got. You know, he has the ability, but something just is not jiving. But if you look at any head coach with a quarterback like that, you're going to see similar results if you go across the league. You have to play consistently with, at that position, and that's what we're going to try to do for the remainder of the season.
So what gives you hope then? Does it give hope?
I just think defense, special teams are doing better. The defense is pretty good, and if we can just complete a pass, it would look good. We got to complete some passes. You got to convince them that you can do something. Otherwise, it's hard to have have a game that you can win.
What do you say?
All right, Woody Johnson right there came out and talked about his quarterback play. Flowers, your thoughts on? He gave him praise that Aaron Glenn said he looked like he turned some things around.
Well, I think that just means Aaron Glenn's safe for another year, maybe. It's kind of eye-opening for him to be so open about Justin Fields, because obviously who he's talking about. We see his struggles, but for him to come out and say it, who made the decision to sign him? I don't want to go there, and I'm not trying to go on a Justin Fields bash tour or anything like that. But Woody Johnson had to sign off on signing Justin Fields, and I know the market wasn't that big, but you should have considered keeping Aaron Rodgers for another year, maybe. There's a few other things you could have did other than spending money on Justin Fields, but. They're in the hole they're in now, and maybe they need to consider looking at the future and maybe drafting and developing a guy to their liking.
I agree with that.
Yeah, it just you're right. Who signed Justin Fields? First of all, I didn't think Justin Fields was gonna be a good fit for the Jets. It's just, man, it's a different play style. They're not playing to a screen. Every time he drop back the pass, he's getting sacked because he's patting the football. That's not his skill set. So it's partially playing the Jets OC for not dialing something up for Justin Fields, but at the same time, the team is they just not on the same page mentally and physically. These guys are getting out manhandled at every point of the game. So it just to blame, Justin Fields, it's a lot more blame to go around than that.
I disagree because if the offense could consistently stay on the field, the defense wouldn't be on there as much, and you could preserve their talents. To maybe you can get a lead to use the strengths of the New York Jets as far as getting a pass rush, because they're always playing from behind. I'm not trying to bash Justin Fields, but when you look at the All-22, or you see pictures of still pictures of Justin Fields, and you see the route conceptions and stuff. You see people open, but like you just stated, Justin Fields is patting the ball. I think the kid needs to see somebody wide open, and that's not the NFL. No one is going to be exactly wide open. You can pat the ball all you want to, waiting for somebody to get separation, but the NFL, in my opinion, you know, anticipate the throws. You got to. If you know Garrett Wilson's running a post corner route, you need to be getting the ball out your hand as he's making his second cut, in that route. I can go on
That's
and on
true.
about these things. But Justin Fields, like you say, just pass the ball too much, and that's how you lose the locker room. And I've been back and forth with RC for the past 2 weeks because he's been trying to defend the Jets, and I've been adamant about I think that they need to put Tyrod Taylor in the game if they want to win a game.
But also, like I said, it's a play. I feel like it's a play on too, because man, Brees Hall only carried the ball over 18 sometimes twice this whole season.
How can you establish Brees Hall when you're down 10 or 14?
They gotta learn how to control. They gotta learn how to control the clock. I mean, the defense, it's playing better, but I just feel like when I watch them, sometimes it's just stale. It's just nothing special about it. I mean, they hardly run motion. They don't. It just seems like they just line up and hike the ball.
That sounds like a Justin Fields problem. That true. I mean, because if anything, motion gives you what defense is running. If you send somebody in motion, if the corner goes with them, they're playing man. If it doesn't go with them, they're playing zone, or they're just passing along without showing you. Either or.
Well, either way, Justin Fields not going to be there next year. They will be drafting a quarterback next year. We do have a question from the chat from Twitch, from TikTok. Let's answer this real quick. Would y'all trade Davante Adams for Stephon Diggs, thinking of sending Herbert for Chase Brown? With Chase Brown.
What is it, a fantasy question?
Yeah, it's a fantasy question.
Repeat that one more time.
Would y'all trade Davante Adams for Stephon Diggs, thinking of sending Herbert for Chase Brown with it? I said no. Because I feel like Adams is number one. He's a true number one. So if you have a true number one, I don't know who his other receiver is. Then I feel like what you say, RC?
I don't know if you're getting better or worse. Like with the
right.
What are you doing?
Right.
I mean,
Chase Brown, he haven't just been all world. So I feel like Hubbard and Chase Brown are kind of like a wash.
Hold on. Chase Brown.
Yeah, he finally had a big game this past Thursday.
You're talking about the Bengals running back, right?
Yes.
Listen, keep Chase Brown because Chuba Hubbard and Rico, they're splitting carries, and Rico out-carried him last week. So I just think the Panthers are going to ride the momentum train, at least with Flacco now in Cincinnati, with him being able to throw the ball down the field. That's the same Chase Brown we talking about. I mean, he had 9 yards per carry last week.
I see what he's saying. He have Davante Adams and Herbert, and he trying to trade for Diggs and Brown. That's too much. I think
that's way too much. Somebody trying to fleece you.
Yeah, Adams, he outdoing Chase Brown and Diggs together. So
and Diggs is injured off and on. So Diggs gets injured a lot, and Devontae don't get hurt. Devontae be there every game. So
when look at Puka do get hurt. He got hurt last year.
Devontae turned 2-1.
Yeah,
he's 1B with Puka.
He's 1B. He's like Pickens for the Cowboys right now.
So listen, let me comment on this Justin Fields thing. I was sitting there thinking when y'all was talking, and I really think this is a Justin Fields problem. It's a Jets picked the girl, thinking that they could, the saying turn a hoe into a housewife. Ain't working. I think the biggest issue is this kid did not. We talked about the Ohio State quarterback when they come into the National Football League, and this is one of those situations where this kid has not developed as a quarterback. Maybe we talked about off the record, me and Flowers, maybe he ends up somewhere where he's with a quarterback whisperer. But Aaron Glenn's a defensive coach, so it's a bad fit, bad mesh. I don't like the owner speaking on it because now it's a move that's got to be made. You can see that the owner's clearly upset and the fans are clearly upset. So if Aaron Glenn doesn't make the move, he can ultimately be the fall guy because you can't make general type decision and general type situation. So I'm with you, Flowers. You convinced me. Like it's Tyrod or nothing. I mean, if Tyrod gets you wins, like is this time for Tyrod to enter the conversation that Mac Jones and Carson Wentz and all these other guys are getting these opportunities? Because if Tyrod can roll off some wins, I mean, I think he deserves a shot.
What's the point of winning though? To be honest, like.
I mean, who you going to?
Well, I get that people, when you're losing, you want high draft picks and this and that, but you got to think about the morale of these guys, man. You're losing every week. That's bad for your psyche, man. Like I can't imagine going every week losing week by week. You gotta get a win in there to make you feel good.
But I think it's more. I think it's more than just Justin Fields. I think the guys are not just buying in.
They're not buying in because if those guys don't trust the guy that's trying to give them the ball, what is there to buy into?
But who are you trying to get in this year's draft?
Exactly.
There's nobody there in college football that's the guy.
I've already had my, analysis about this, of course, about to me, next 5 years. I mean, I really don't see anybody special coming out of the college ranks is just gonna come in day one and be what we think they should be. I mean, look, these guys are having sparks and then they go into another year. I ain't trying to knock Jaden Daniels or nothing like that, but I need him on the field. He looked spectacular last year, but it doesn't help me or it doesn't help the Commanders if this guy's not available. CJ Stroud. What about CJ Stroud? Yeah. So his first year, phenomenal. He's ahead of the curve. It's the same class, Anthony Richardson, Caleb Williams, and all these guys too. So
at the start of this year's season, we had what looked to be at least Arch Manning, what's a couple of guys that they were predicting was going to be good, and none of them looked good.
Sellers from South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
You got kids like that. Name me a quarterback. Now they're trying to hype up, the more kid at Oregon. I get that. Mendoza.
Sellers.
Mendoza, since Indiana's playing well, he'll be talked about more. But I just don't know if this, are they really truly the answer? I just think that the NFL is about to go through a phase where, like I say, the guys that are already in the NFL that lost their jobs or opportunities, they're about to come back around.
Yep.
So what was the difference between week one for the Jets? Do you think that people just didn't see that offense? Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what was the difference in week one. They played the Steelers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The Steelers defensively are piss poor. That's the difference. Yep. They can't stop anybody.
We saw that. They're just a bunch of names.
That's it. For them to allow give up 32 on the Jets. I mean, we seen them in action last week. Jamar Chase and pretty much Joe Flacco and the Bengals were out there playing backyard football against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They was out there playing. Me and my father was out there playing catch against the Pittsburgh Steelers last week.
So,
I
think the Jets. I watched them. This is why I picked them last week to beat the Panthers, which they should have. Like with offense.
No doubt.
They're defensively gonna get after you, and they have Robert Sala's residue still on that defense, and Aaron Glenn knows defense. So that's why I felt like going forward, they're gonna win games if they make the move. I think for Justin Fields, though, this is it. This is the last bridge, last road, last opportunity. He may be a backup from here on out, but for starting, this is it. You can't. Teams are not willing to wait on you anymore because there's a guy in college your age that can come in and play right now. I guarantee you, the Mendoza kid from Indiana gonna be ready. He'll be ready. He'll be a good draft pick for someone to go with. Dylan Raiola at some point. These guys are gonna be better than him, and he's gonna be the older guy still trying to figure it out. So we've seen enough of Justin Fields. I think, like Drew Brees said, you need about 50 starts. I guess he's getting close. He's probably around 20 or 30.
You gotta think he played in Chicago, he played in Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. He's got about 50 starts under his belt.
Yeah, it's time to move on from Justin Fields,
Let's get to Randy real quick. I went to Maple Leafs game yesterday, watching the Raptor game now while managing the Jays World Series run. He said, how do y'all USAers manage your sports? I'm exhausted.
Well, let me say this to Randy real quick. Randy, save your energy with the Blue Jays. I hope y'all win, but I don't know, my brother.
Man, they
I hope y'all win
right
though.
Now, Flowers.
don't hit him like that right now.
Yeah, don't hit him right now. He said, I'll test Randy today. He said he out there, he having a good time in Toronto.
Look,
I'm pulling for him because
I'm pulling for the Blue Jays, but
Dodgers lose. But it's gonna be up. They got to earn it. And I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. I don't watch baseball, and I got a chance to see Vlad's son. I'm a huge Vlad fan, and Vlad, you need to get the drug test. But just that kid, man, is special. But that kid that's out there playing pitcher and batting, that's just unheard of. You're gonna have kids doing that. You're gonna have kids across the country playing. It's gonna be pitching and going out there hitting home runs. He's setting a standard. The bar is real high now.
That I'm saying, the Dodgers like the Avengers, man. It's gonna be tough.
I read the other day that the Dodgers have already made back the $700 million they're supposed to pay Ohtani.
Yeah, it's LA.
Jeez, bro.
It's LA.
That's why they at the place right now. All right, man. The Chiefs take care of the Raiders 31-0. RC, are the Chiefs back in form?
No. I feel like, to me, schedule is favorable. They're getting players back. I still think they have an issue. They're aging out. They'll be competitive. The AFC is not what we thought it was going to be. At this point in time, no one saw the Ravens being what they are. No one saw the Chargers being as injured as they are. No one saw the Bills being as fraudulent as they are. And honestly, outside of Flowers and myself, no one said Daniel Jones is going to be the best quarterback in the AFC right now. So I think the Chiefs are, I don't think the Chiefs are really that good anymore. They don't put the fear. I don't even fear the officiating helping them out no more. I just feel like right now they just playing favorable games against teams that are hurt. But when the rubber hits the road, if they don't get home field and they got to go to Indianapolis or they got to go to wherever, they're going to have to they should have lost to the Jags. Well, they did lose to the Jags. That's another team they should have beat. But the team was competitive. So I feel like if they got to play the Broncos, if they got to play the Colts, if they got to play the Chargers, if the Chargers can get a little bit healthy, they could be had. So I don't feel like they've done anything that make me say, okay, here they come. All right, we'll see.
See, this is what I was telling Flowers last week that I'm worried about is them getting them healthy. They're getting their groove back, and Rice came back. Dude had 10 targets, 7 catches, 42 yards. The yards wasn't there, but he had 2 touchdowns. And now they have their McKinnon and B. Smith, Rashard Smith. He had 14 carries, 39 yards, 5 catches, 42 yards. So they look like they're going back to that old scheme a couple years back when they had McKinnon in open field type scheme. So feeling like they figuring out what they need to do to get back on top. What you think, Flowers?
I'm half and half with it. I'm leaning mainly with what RC said, because let's not get mixed in the fact of who they've been playing for the last few weeks. They've been given the chance to correct themselves. Like you say, we didn't think the Ravens were going to be what they were. They dragged the Ravens. They played the Raiders. I can't remember who else they played. Also, well, let's say they lost against the Jags. They're what, 4-3, 3-3? Yeah, 4-3.
4-3.
4-3. Okay, we see them in 3 weeks. Can't wait. Mahomes hadn't beat Indianapolis in the regular season in his career, so keep that in mind. But Kansas City doesn't run the ball. Okay, that's a problem. That is a problem. Okay, if they can't run the ball when it gets into January, I don't see them going far. Like, look, I'm not trying to get caught up in the media. Oh, Mahomes, they got Mahomes as the MVP and this and that. I don't agree with it, but I think the Kansas City Chiefs, they priming themselves up to make a run. But do not forget the fact of the matter that these guys are older, and that helps in a sense, and it hurts in a sense. it helps in a sense because a lot of these teams in the NFL are young and they don't know how to win. Take us, for example, we have the same guys that's been in this organization for the past 3 or 4 years. So that's why it looks so good right now. So I'm not going to take that away from the Chiefs, but I just think as the season go along, they have caught people at the right time with injuries. Let's see what they look like towards the end of the year.
Prime example. If
It's
we
gonna-
move on, Ben, watch this. Monday night they get the Commanders with no Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a win. Then they turn around, they go to Buffalo. We don't know what Buffalo is right now.
They
Buffalo.
play Kansas City competitive. That we do.
Okay, so that'll be a competitive game, but I would take the Chiefs over Buffalo. The Broncos and the Chiefs. Broncos always play them hard, but I would take the Chiefs. Broncos don't score enough points when they need to score the points. Well, they do. It just depends on what quarter they're gonna score them in.
Right.
Then they play the Colts. I believe the Colts will beat them. Like you said, Cowboys, they'll beat the Cowboys because the Cowboys don't stop nobody offensively, but they score points. The Texans, they should win. Like their schedule was very favorable, man. Like it's like he said, they're getting teams that are banged up and injured at the right time. So it's gonna look on paper, as far as record, it's gonna look like it's the same old Chiefs until the playoffs come. And they got one thing they don't do, they don't run the football.
I don't know, man. I just feel like they find their groove at the right time, and maybe like you say, they playing against injured teams, and sometimes that's what you need to get out of the ruck is play against, get them easy wins, make you feel good about yourself. In my opinion, the only teams that can really stop the Colts, the Chiefs in the AFC, is the Colts, the Broncos. I would have a Chargers on there, but they all banged up. It's gonna take a team that can play some defense.
Let me ask this question real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to cut you off. Okay, but if the Chargers were healthy at the Broncos, do you still think the Chiefs are the best team in that division?
If the Chargers was healthy, I'd say the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not healthy. They missing key players. Their old line's in shambles. Omarion Hampton's out. That's why I said if Chargers was healthy, I of course have the Chargers, but they're not right now. The Broncos, like I said, they just don't score enough points to get themselves in the game. It just with this Chiefs team with Rice coming back, I feel like they re-energize. And like I said, with Smith, they gave Smith like 14 carries, had 5 catches, so they using him more as the weeks go on.
What does that say about Pacheco, though? See, that's my thing.
He had 15 carries this past game. They like to spin carries. They try to get back into that old groove.
But where's the push that we used to seeing with them on the ground? I don't feel like they're a formidable team if they can't run the ball. Like I said, people they catch people at the right time.
That's why I said when they play against a defense that can handle them, I think that's where the problem lies. But if they got run to the Bills in the playoffs, I don't know. My faith's kind of lacking in the Bills right now. The only teams I feel like they can really stop them are y'all and the Colts because of y'all defense that can get after them. All right. Let's move on. The Patriots, man. They took care of, my mind just went blank. Who they play? The Titans, 31-13. Mm-hmm. Drake May. He looking pretty good these last couple of weeks. Do y'all feel like the Patriots have made the next step into being one of the teams to look out for? We'll start with you, Flowers.
I think they're a quality football team. I'm not shocked of the success, but I will say this: the schedule. If you look at their schedule over the next month, man, they should win the next 5 or 6 games. I think they play the Browns, the Dolphins. They play a lot of 1-2 win teams over the next month. So
Browns,
they should take full advantage of it.
Jets, Bengals,
yeah,
Giants. That's pretty favorable.
Yeah, they're very favorable.
The Bills gonna have to come out and win these games. Then, if the Patriots getting a slate like that, the Bills can't be losing to the Falcons and easier games like that.
I mean, look, Stevie Wonder seen this coming after they fired what was the guy's name last year? Gerard Mayo, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Mayo.
We seen flashes of Drake May last year, and we knew as soon as Mike Vrabel got that job and they spent some money in the offseason, we knew that they were going to be better than what they were. So, I mean, it's not a shock. Look, I'm going to say, you play who's in front of you. I'm not here to bash, who they got in front of them or anything. But it's not a surprise. It's not a surprise at all.
But what separates you from being a good team and a great team is you take care of business. You don't get slipped up by them teams there at the bottom, and you get those quality wins. So the Patriots, they taking care of the business. They beating the sorry teams, and they stand right there in the division. I think they are ahead.
Yes,
they might be tied. Yeah, I think they're tied right here.
It's 2007 all over again. You got the Patriots on top. Right. You got the Colts on top. Let's say it's 2007 all over again.
RC, what's your thoughts about the Patriots?
Well, I try to hate the Patriots because of what they did to Rob Mayo, but then after I shitted that out, I came to my senses and realized that hey, wasn't going to change what's actually going on there. Mike Vrabel can coach, and he has brought back the Patriot way. He might be better at it right now than Bill Belichick. Them guys are rallying the troops, and they playing for him, and they love playing for him. Drake May looks like an elite passer of the football and a great leader. I heard him say he told his coach, "I love playing for you." That's huge. So Diggs looked motivated, and then the defense looked inspired. Like the defense is playing some good football. I think Buffalo is messed up the same way that the Cowboys did. Buffalo allowed the Patriots to get back up after being down, and if they're not careful, the Jets or the Dolphins will figure it out. Just like the Cowboys allowed the Commanders to come back to life, and the Giants are finding their way when you dominated the league for so long. But I think highly of the Patriots now. I put money on them. They can go on the road and win. They can win at home. So that's a team that I wouldn't want to play. Don't let them get home field either because it's cold over there, and they've been there before for an organization.
Yeah, they already beat the Bills already. So they and Buffalo, I believe.
Yeah,
they won the game.
So they gonna
if they beat the Bills again in New England, they're gonna own a tiebreaker, and that's gonna be huge.
I think the Bills
gonna hold film advantage.
The whole thing with the Bills have the same disease that the Ravens have. It's them two quarterbacks, so we automatically want to put their money down on them. But there's problems around. See what I'm saying? That's what be getting me when I'm betting with those two teams. I'm thinking about what they did in the past versus what's going on in the right now. You got to pay attention. You can't go off the name no more. What have you done for me lately? Not a damn thing.
You got that right. All right, the Colts beat the Chargers 38-24.
Whoa. They whooped the Chargers. Oh, wait a minute. They whooped the Chargers.
Wasn't there a meme where the Chargers like the Minions and the Colts was like a group? That was hilarious. Man, yeah, y'all took care of the Chargers 38-24. A lot of people saying the Colts are the best team in NFL. Flowers.
Don't say it. No. Say? I mean, of course I can say it, but everybody else, keep your damn mouth shut because you didn't believe in us in the first place. Okay? I've been preaching this ever since I've been on this podcast about the talent that's been on this team. I have. I've been consistent about it, win or lose. This talent has always been there. They've just needed the guy to get the ball in the guy's hands. And we got that guy in Daniel Jones. I'm not ashamed to say it. Daniel Jones is playing like an MVP. Jonathan Taylor's playing like an MVP. This is my daily thank you to Chicago for passing on Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren has unlocked all the levels of Shane Steichen's offense. Because when we didn't have a tight end, you could take away Pittman. You could focus on down, Pearson, all these guys. Now that you got Tyler Warren that can stretch the field with these guys, it's impossible to cover anybody. Offensive line playing great. Defensively, I wouldn't mind if we traded for a pass rusher. Excuse me. We do need to get healthier. We need to get Mooney back. Kenny Moore came back this past week. Defensively, we'll be fine. Honestly, Swift, I wouldn't mind us sending y'all a fourth for Granson. Third or fourth for Granson. I think Carl Granson would do wonders for us. I'm tired of going big name hunting. A guy like that would be very serviceable for us. I don't know how you feel about that, but
hey, we clean the house, man.
I would love to add somebody like that we can he put his hand in the dirt. We know he's gonna get us 10 sacks. I love the guys we got. but I feel like we just need one dominant pass rusher that has a high win-loss pass rate that we can just put him on the island and let him do his thing. That's the only thing I want. But other than that, the way our offense plays, Dan Jones, he looks like nothing gets to him. That trust in the offensive line, him and the skilled players, is far from nothing. Look, we possibly have the coach of the year. We possibly have an MVP candidate on the team. We possibly have the rookie of the year. We got the comeback player of the year. So all I can say is I know it's been 7 games. The schedule, in a sense, looks formidable for us. We got the Titans this week. We got Pittsburgh the week after. And then we get Kansas City. That's the test. That's the one I'm waiting on. I hope we get through these 2 weeks healthy. And when we beat Kansas City, they flex it, put it in prime time. We need prime time games. I want to see my Colts on TV. I think they deserve it.
They do deserve it, man. I enjoy watching y'all play, especially I think everybody owed Daniel Jones an apology. He's been calling Danny pennies for a long time. He backed Danny down, so he's making all the right decisions, making big time throws downfield. And I was like, dang. I said, I guess it is New York, man. We saw Saquon take off and fly his wings, and now we've seen Daniel Jones take off and fly his wings. So, man, shout out to that guy. He deserves high praise. He deserves all the success right now, especially with the Colts. And it's only going up for here. No, right now, I really don't have no thoughts on it. I feel like y'all a great team, but I'm watching, just enjoying the moment. I ain't trying to jump on the bandwagon like some of the other guys. I'm just like, I like how this team plays, man. I think that a lot of people like is when they watch all like, dang, like they are aggressive. They get after the quarterback. They got a great running game. So it's hard not to root for y'all when y'all see all that talent, especially with JT looking like prime JT.
Special. JT's looking special this year.
He dang sure is, man. What that's like his third 3 touchdown game or something.
He has 3 games with 3 touchdowns already this year. I think he has 11 already in 7 games. So Jonathan Taylor might end up with about 25. It's crazy. How many touchdowns Jonathan Taylor gonna have this year?
Man, I can't count them. Okay, every time I turn around, I'm like, another 3 touchdown game. I see why he keep being a stud of the week. It feel like, to be honest, you can choose a Colt every week. Okay, it either Daniel Jones or is one of y'all corners making a play. What out there had one of your corners last week that had a pick 6. I want to say.
Who was that? Blackman maybe that had that pick
Blackman.
6.
Yeah, Blackman. It's like every week you have a stud week.
Let me add this too, because I'm talking about everybody that people know. Let me talk about guys that don't get talked about real fast, and then we can move on. Nick Cross, phenomenal. Has played phenomenal. Deserves an extension. Alec Pierce, he brings an extra dimension to our offense. He stretches the field. Deserves an extension. I love the fact of the matter that people like Grover Stewart, that was drafted in the late rounds 6 or 7 years ago, that has been through thick and thin with this organization, can feed off the success now. It makes me feel so good for guys like that, like I say Grover, DeForest Buckner that got traded there and became a staple of the foundation. Like guys like Zaire Franklin, even. I remember when Zaire Franklin was a special teamer, and he played special teams, and he moved up and started playing linebacker starting. These guys have come a long way. Quentin Nelson, guys like that. Them guys deserve it.
Yeah, them boys are hungry, man. I can tell every time I watch the Colts play. All right, man. The Colts, they take care of the Commanders. 44-22. Who I say?
You said the Colts.
Oh, the Cowboys took care of the Commanders 44-22 without Jane Downs. He left with a hamstring, I want to say.
Yeah.
So, man, here come the Cowboys. A lot of people asking, are they going to win the NFC East? Flowers, you think they're going to win the NFC East?
No, I'm not ready to say that yet. I'm definitely not ready to say that yet. Now, Jaden Daniels is hurt. I don't know how long he's going to be out. So let's eliminate Washington from the equation, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Philly and New York play each other this week. Whoever wins that, you give them the better shot of maybe winning the division. whoever loses, they're probably on the outside looking in. And the Giants are very capable of beating Philly again. I'm going to put that out there. So Dallas, it just depends on. I need to look at their schedule. But, man, if they got some tough offenses coming up, I think they got to deal with Patrick Mahomes on Thanksgiving. I'm not sure who they got this week if they play this week.
I forgot. I got it right here. They have the Broncos.
See, that's
Denver.
That's gonna be an interesting game. I actually think Dallas can win that game because of the inconsistency, with Denver's offense. I think Dallas is gonna go in there and be able to move the ball on Denver. I'm telling you this now. They're gonna go to Denver and they're gonna move the ball. So they're gonna stand a chance to win that game.
It just all depends on if the Broncos get pressure, because George Pickens and Lamb are a big problem.
And Ferguson also.
Yeah,
and they can run the ball. Remember, Dallas can run the ball. People don't talk, people are so caught up on Dak, and everything he's doing. Man, look, this is a return game for Javonte Williams. He's going to go there and have a good game.
That's right. He going to come in with that chips on his shoulder. He's been running hard, and he's been getting into end zone frequently. So it's definitely going to come down to who can get the stop pretty much. Yep. Can the Cowboys muster up those stops? Because that's their Achilles heel right now. To me, for the Cowboys to win the division, it just all depends on the Eagles, to be honest. If the Eagles can fix their problems, then I feel like the Eagles are going to win it. But if they can't, the Cowboys for sure can take it, because I haven't seen the strength of schedule for the Cowboys, anything like that. But the offense could put up points, so that give me hope that they can win it. But it's the defense, their Achilles heel, like I mentioned earlier. Can they make the stops? Can they make the plays? If they can't, then that's what's gonna hold them back from having the success. Like you mentioned in the last episode, when they weren't gonna be good with Micah or without Micah. So they never really addressed those problems in the offseason, which we had questions about, and now it's rearing its ugly head in these games.
And I want to be fair. I'm going to be fair with this, because to say that Dallas can't improve, I would be wrong in not saying that, because, you're 7 to 8 weeks in now. They've played a little better defensively. They have. I'll give it to them. They play a little better. So I'm not going to sit up here and act like they can't progress a little more and play. Honestly, the way Dallas offense is playing, the defense only needs to be mid. Like I said, if we was given a ranking, let's say 15 to 22nd rank defensively. That's the best they need to be.
And sometimes it's not even about making those stops. It's about just creating a turnover, getting a sack,
and taking advantage.
Taking advantage. Making it 3rd and long. Instead of, it don't gotta be just all world beaters. Just make it tough for the offense. You
got great special teams. You got a great kicker. Get a block on the punt. On the punt special teams, something like that. Something that's going to put you at the advantage to be able to take advantage of a takeaway.
God, we know them boys getting rest. How many points the Cowboys are putting up on those scoreboards? Yeah. So them boys got plenty of oxygen. They just need to get out there and play. So that's gonna be interesting. RC, man, the 49ers take care of the Falcons. 20-10.
Hey, before we say something about the 49ers, I want to speak on the Cowboys.
Oh, go ahead.
I call bullshit. Of course, I'm a natural Cowboy hater. It's against my religion to go for them. I think Dak is having a great year, but I've seen this movie before, ladies and gentlemen, because you go look at who they play, they've yet to be really punched in the face. Like, who have they played that you could just say, can you see them beating the Lions? Can you see the one team they played that worth a damn, they tied with them? Can you see them beating the Rams? Can you see them beating the Colts? Can you see they got to play these people now? Okay, so I feel like in my mind and in my heart, I just don't believe in the Cowboys or anything in the NFC East. But to my 49ers, I don't know where this is going. I've never seen nothing like this in my life. I always brag on us developing players. I remember you took out time in your life to sit down and talk about what we lost, and everything that we lost is injured. Everything up to my Dre Greenlaw is either injured or suspended.
Yep.
Banks injured or he's not playing up to his standards. Jalen Moore got a contract. Hufunga's out there running around having to be the last line of defense all the damn time. And then the Niners just keep coming up with names like Mustafa and Bethune, and it's Robert Saleh. I believe that's all most teams need. Get a good DC and a good OC and an owner that stays out the way, and you can win games.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest with you, I wouldn't want to play the 49ers in the playoffs because, listen, it's a possibility Fred Warner may come back. And then also, you're going to get Brandon Ayuk. You're going to get Brock Purdy. They're going to make a trade. And they're winning. These young guys are winning early, which is going to set them up late. Do I think they're going to make the Super Bowl? Hell no. Do I think they're better than the Rams? I think they're better than the Rams, even if they ain't. But you think, just being honest about the upper echelon, they can't do this without veteran leadership. You're going to need those guys in that huddle that's been there and say, hey, listen, man, we got to get a play here. Who's that guy on defense? That was my saving grace at one point in time. But watching the Falcons, I had no doubt in my mind we're going to beat the Falcons because I know who Raheem Morris is. He's the great value version of Mike Tomlin. His teams, you never know what you're going to get from week to week with those two guys and their teams. I know they're brothers, but I got to call it how it is. I mean, both of those guys, that halftime speech that Raheem Morris had for that lady, I just started laughing because I be picking on him about it. He was like, as men, we need to go out here and compete as men. You know, it's like they have these perfect answers to the whatever question, but that don't work in football all the time. Sometimes you look that lady in the face and say, we playing like shit.
Yep.
You got to be better and just go on. But you got to stand there and motivate a television audience that ain't all for you. But whatever the Niners is, I think it's a great story. But I believe at some point it ends. So I'm just going – it's from week to week, man, it's hard. It's hard watching. We just lost Bryce Huff as well.
It just proves that the Falcons are too inconsistent, man. They have too much talent to come out there and put on that showing versus the 49ers.
Yep.
It's something got to be done. I don't know if it's the OC with the play caller, but you got to get Bijan in open space, man. You got to get something going. You got to get Drake London going.
Dude,
these guys are too special.
Right, that's the problem.
What's that?
You featured one guy that the Niners knew you was going to feature. See, from week to week, so I don't know how any of you guys team do, but from week to week, we have a guy we're going to feature. We're going to feature this guy. We got an idea in mind. We're going to get these amount of runs. Like this game against the Texans, I can see Kittles being featured. The games against Seattle, Kittles was featured. The game against the Saints, who was featured in that game? You remember who had the best game against y'all offensively? It was
Bourne.
It was Bourne and McCaffrey. Okay, you got a guy you're going to go to. Well, the 49ers knew they were going to Bijan. Why not feature your horses on the outside that we can't cover? Come on, Raheem.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I was getting at. Like when they have Bijan and Drake London, like you gotta give Bijan his plays. But after that, you gotta hit them quick. You gotta speed up the offense. It's too much walking. Like to me, they wasn't up tempo enough. Like you gotta mix it up sometimes, and it just proves that the Falcons, you know, when they own it good, but when they're not, they look terrible.
Tell me the last time the Falcons have won 2 games in a row. When they win a game, they're going to lose a game. They're too inconsistent. You know, I can sit up here and say they're young, they this and that. But the truth of the matter is, man, that they need – this is an offensive-driven league, okay? I have nothing against Raheem Morris. He's not the guy.
No,
I have to say that. He's not the right guy for that kind of firepower now. He was a defensive coordinator because statistically the defense is pretty good. It's a trail of all these defensive coaches with the offenses are just lackluster, and that's not the NFL. Like I said, you got Bijan, right? Let's just take Bijan along, right? They could have used Bijan as a decoy, in my opinion, to get other players involved in the game. You got Kyle Pitts, you got Darnell Mooney, a great slot guy. Drake London is a top 10 receiver in this league if used right. The offensive line is solid. You got Tyler Algier. I think he got hurt during the game, but still, they have enough. Like, what more do they want or need? Because, like I said, they say Bijan Robinson is the best back in the league. Okay, so you can line them up behind the quarterback, hand it off to him. You can put him in the slot and throw it to him. There's
That's what
too
I'm
many
saying.
things that you can do with Bijan Robinson in his offense that are not being utilized. That's the problem.
Once the Niners committed to stopping Bijan Robinson, that left their two big targets on an island. Once they committed to just stopping Bijan, that means Drake London is 1-on-1 with Diamondor, either the rookie that came in, Darren Lewis. So
there was no disguising Bijan. It was like just run him up the gut. It was nothing special about it.
I miss 2005 NFL football because you want to know what was going on during that time. People still play on the center, and if the run game was effective, you knew what was coming. Play action. Did you see any play action this past Sunday?
Nope.
No.
We did it.
But you have the best running back in the league, supposedly. I said, Bijan, he's top. He's top. He's up there, of course. But what's the point of having that and don't knowing how to use it? Because if the running game was effective and they're bringing 8-9 people in the box, you got 1-on-1 on the outside.
Well, if you go right across the field, Coach Klein did that. Once McCaffrey got going, then you saw my guy on the center coming out play action. You saw them push the ball towards the middle of the field. I think too, man, the problem, defensive coaches have won Super Bowls. Bill Belichick, Pete Carroll. But it's very rare, and especially in today's game, you got to have a guy who is connected. Like Schottenheimer is connected with Dak. You can see, Steifen is connected with Daniel Jones. They connected at the hip. Matthew Stafford and McVay. When you're looking at Penix Jr., he don't have really rapport with Raheem Morris. Like what we, most of those offensive coaches probably played offense in school, high school or college or something. They have a love for it. They can see it like the quarterback. Raheem Morris be standing over there looking like it's him, Todd Bowles, and Tomlin. They always look like they smell something that smells bad all the time. Like it's always it's the same ugly ass look all the time. Like, man, no matter you watch Todd Bowles, he definitely be looking like somebody's ass stink out here. Like it's just, but I be looking at Raheem Morris, his eyes be bloodshot red. I'm like, what they? Him and Aaron Glenn are just in the wrong spot. And I told you, I said, man, these coaches, black coaches, got to stop taking certain jobs like this, man. Stop taking these jobs.
Yeah. And speaking of Todd Bowles, the Lions beat the Buccaneers 20-49. He definitely had that look on his face the whole game. Like, y'all stinking it up, Todd Bowles. That's what you're smelling. Y'all played terribly.
They injured. They badly beat up.
Like, they ran into a buzzsaw this past month.
They couldn't get nothing going offensively, and the defense was letting Gills go wild. They let that man one round. So, RC, what are your thoughts on Baker Mayfield performance versus the Bucs?
Well, I'm with the Lions. I tell y'all, when the season started and they got thrashed, so don't worry about them. They'll be fine. They're gonna get up every week. That's another team. If you're betting, put your money on them after they get their ass kicked. Once they get their butt kicked really good, then they'll come out and they'll play well. Now, we ain't seen them really just roll off good wins against good teams either. So we got to see them actually roll off, 4 or 5 wins before I say, okay, they're up echelon of the NFC. But on Baker's side, he's fine. Baker just lost. He's losing guys around him, and he's playing hurt as well. Baker's fine, man. What he's doing with what he's doing is amazing. Because, dude, I'm going to tell you, he had Tristan Wirfs for a little while. Evans just broke his collarbone. Booker hurt his hamstring. Godwin ain't been himself. It's like then they just keep on rolling. They just ran into a buzzsaw. And I think they're going to be fine, and we're going to have to deal with them at some point. Teams have to deal with the Bucs, but he's fine.
Fowles, what are your thoughts on that game?
Kudos to Kelvin Shepard, the defensive coordinator. Used to play linebacker from LSU. I don't know how many people familiar with that, but great defensive scheme, blitzing Baker, keeping him on edge, keeping him from being able to set his feet and get into these throws. They did a great job of pressuring Baker. They ran to the football. And what's more impressive, they were missing their whole starting secondary. And they had guys from off the street, Rocky Singh, other guys that, man, them guys played like they wanted to be there and they wanted to stay there. Those guys did a great job Monday night playing defense against an MVP candidate in Baker Mayfield.
Mm-hmm.
They did
Yep.
a hell of a job. I watched that game. I'm going to watch that whole game. And Baker Mayfield was not comfortable, not once. And even when he was able to get it off on the screen to Ted Johnson, I know Ted Johnson scored once. They made that young man feel it quite a few times. A lot of fumbles in that game. That defense was playing some ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Kudos to the defense for rattling Baker Mayfield. He was throwing high the whole game. He was shooting his receivers because he was getting pressure in his face. And they made Baker Mayfield feel it. And they just took control of the game. Once they had Baker Mayfield in the offense rattle, it was over. It was never gonna be close. And Lions, they just put the dagger in the Lions in the Bucs by running the ball with Gibbs. I mean, dudes are phenomenal, and he just took over and made it his game. So it's like I said, Bucs dealing with a lot of injuries. We saw Mike Evans break his clavicle, I want to say. So he might be out for the season, and it was somebody else, Godwin. Of course, he's not back. So I want to say Bucky Irvin, he left the game hurt.
No, Bucky Irvin hadn't played in about a month. So
Bucky Irvin, he was still out. So it just they gotta get healthy. They've been through a lot. All right, man. So we got a Thursday night game tomorrow. Chargers versus the Vikings. We're gonna do a game pick here right now. Chargers 4-3, Vikings 3-3. Flowers, who do you have?
Well, this game's in LA or Minnesota?
LA.
I'm taking the Chargers because I don't trust Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is going to give the Chargers defense he's going to give it away once, of course. But I just think as bad as the Chargers loss, I can see Jim whipping them guys up in a short amount of days. Justin Herbert's on a heater right now. Statistically, I think Minnesota's defense is bottom as far as covering people. They had problems covering A.J. Brown and Smitty, this past Sunday. I don't think they're going to be able to handle what Herbert's going to throw at them. Give me the Chargers.
All right, see who you have in this game.
Jim Harbaugh, I need you to quit trying to be so by the book and just make a running back appear out of thin air. Throw the damn football.
Look, he learned that second half when he played us.
Throw the football, man, because you don't have a run game right now. You can't be balanced. But it's okay. You'll get there. But if you throw the football, you can set up the run. You can get the run going. Because defense gonna want to take the pass away, and then it'll open some things up. But I'm taking the Chargers. Like I said, the Vikings offensive line is banged up. Quarterback position is banged up. Quarterback position, really, they jacked up by drafting McCarthy, but that's another topic for another day. But my money's on the Chargers in LA to bounce back. One of these teams are going to jump off the rail, and one of them going to go, take a turn and get right.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make it a clean slate. I'm taking the Chargers too. I just don't trust Carson Wentz. He had some terrible throws versus the Eagles. Made the Eagles secondary look like they were all world. So I just had no faith in the Vikings offense. That's the only reason why I'm taking the Chargers, because they just too much for them. I feel like the Chargers defense, when you get out there, Carson Wentz make them uncomfortable early. The Chargers, they have about 6 interceptions on the season, so I feel like they're going to probably get 2 more from Carson. So it's just a bad overall setting for the Vikings, especially going to LA on a Thursday night. After the Chargers lose like that to the Colts, they want to get off the mat quick. So all three of us taking the Chargers on that one. Let's go. Do y'all want to go ahead and do Stud and Dud before we move into the NBA?
We're going to knock it out.
All right. Let's on get it up. Stud and Dud of the week. All right, Flowers, who your stud?
Look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. JT.
I got it right here.
In that spot, they rotate up front. On a handoff for Taylor. Big hole. Taylor is gone. Touchdown, Colts.
Is that his new end zone dance? I seen him do it twice in that game.
I got a picture of him.
What he call it?
Hold on real quick. I'm going to show you this.
It's his Iki shuffle.
Pretty. It's the JT shuffle. That's what we're going to call it, the JT shuffle.
It's the JT shuffle. I was like,
check me out.
Did that?
Check me out right here. See. Now when you get let me see if I can change this. If it'll let me change it. Go on it with RC while I change it.
All right, RC, who your stud?
Well, they came to see Bijan, and being that Bijan trains with CMC, since they say, let me remind you who you know, where you learned everything from. So CMC,
who the best is on?
Yeah, CMC put on the show that night.
Back here,
He
probably
balled out.
McCaffrey is going to get the gifts. They close it out. And here he is on the run. Inside. Pushing the pile to the goal line.
I couldn't believe that when I was watching that.
That's a tough kid right there, McCaffrey. That man's tough.
How you get that photo? That's cool.
But did you see that's the JT step with Big Q right behind him doing the JT step.
Yeah, I like that. Oh man, I wish Saints had something going on. We had the Rattler interception shuffle.
I'm gonna say something to you about that too, because I gotta call you out about something about that.
He got to call me out.
But continue.
All right, my stud of the week. What Blue got was his was Stafford.
Well deserved.
This is it.
So Blake Corum's behind Stafford, and he's throwing for it. It's Adams. And we have history.
Unfair.
Vontae a bad man.
Unfair. I hope he come to New Orleans. All right, my stud.
You want him to come to New Orleans, but who? I mean, I thought it wasn't no quarterback to throw to.
Man, that was when Derek Carr was there. Remember? And he was like, they were talking about, oh, he gonna be hooking up with Carr. I was like, yeah, man, we getting Devontae. All right, my stud hurts.
8 back in coverage this time for Minnesota. Hurts pointing, throwing, trying to find a loose man. It's A.J. Brown. He's in.
I said, what is Minnesota doing?
Listen.
Man, Minnesota made me so mad, bro. On that last play, they went deep on I forgot what corner it was. I'm like, dude, he was sitting down the first down line, and he let A.J. Brown run right past him.
I think it's safe to say the Eagles are a passing team now.
What did A.J. Brown say? You see what happened when you throw me football? You see what happened?
And he's still complaining, I'm quite sure.
He's still mad. That man was going off when he scored his second touchdown. We'll move on to now. What you were saying about what you want to say about Rattler?
Oh, yeah. See, now a week or two ago, you were mad that he wasn't throwing the ball down the field, and I had some things to say about that. Now, this past Sunday, he throws the ball down the field and it gets intercepted. So, what you got? What you got to say now?
I was like, man, stop throwing it downfield, bro. Take what the defense give you, man. Let's just
see,
games.
See,
like,
that's all. Bro, that's all I'm saying.
He was forcing it. I think this whole Caleb Williams thing. I don't know if it was it. That was it, but the whole Caleb Williams thing, I think, kind of got to him.
Well, I think I had to tell a guy today, and I'm gonna say this, and we can move on. Dennis Allen is the Chicago Bears defensive coordinator.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. He knows those guys.
Mm-hmm. He knew Rattler, and he gave him he gave him things they thought he saw, and it wasn't it. It wasn't it. So that's another thing too. DA knows Spencer.
Yeah, he knows that person.
That was his quarterback. All right, RC, who's your dud?
Cam Ward. So first of all, Cam Ward, let it be known after Callahan was fired that the NFL finna see the real Cam Ward. Well, this must be the one that was at wherever he played in division. Because I mean, he looked like Carson Beck. He looked like he did last year when he had to play against a competitive team, Syracuse. So sometimes it's best just to keep your mouth closed, especially in the National Football League, man. Put your head down and ball. See, we learned that from C.J. Stroud. So Cam Ward is my dud.
You had to get him, huh?
Had to get him.
I was on Broadway. I didn't get to check those out.
They weren't flashing the scores down there.
Ward lost the football. Scooped up by Jason.
I couldn't believe
That's my first time seeing that.
Hey Ben, just wanted you to let you know that the Saints they're linking, ESPN is linking Olave to the 49ers. I have no idea why the 49ers won't Chris Olave, but that'll really be.
He's a good dude. I think he'll fit y'all well. He know how to get open.
Yeah, we already have injury prone players. He's injury prone.
He's not really injury prone. It was Derek Carr hospital balls.
But what about this year?
Man
what about this year? Did you see him this year?
He hasn't been injured. He's been doing great in fantasy.
Week 1 when he was on the ground crawling for his life after old boy.
Because Spencer Rattler
hit him.
Yeah, Spencer Rattler set that man up. Come on, you can't be setting up your smallest guys in your receiving core like that. That's one. But when he's healthy, dude,
he's
sure-handed, man. Yeah, he get open, and he runs a 4.3. So a lot of people don't know that he's a deep threat too.
C.J. Stroud had all of them on one team. That's insane.
That's it. Dude, I like going back and looking at that Ohio State picture. Cause I was just like, man, imagine being in that room imagine being a DB in that room, and you're gonna get all 4 of those guys in practice.
You want to know what that feel like? That feel like Hoka's on my feet. Good.
Yep.
Oh man.
Try them on one day, y'all. If you haven't.
I have my daughter, she loves them. So I have to get some one day. All right, Flowers, you're done.
Justin Fields, unfortunately. Sorry to do it to you, buddy.
Yep.
Use that timeout. And he's backing up into a Panther. He's sacked back at the 46.
He have no awareness in the pocket whatsoever. No awareness. All right, man. I had to get him. Man, when I just watch games on Sunday, when I watch my team play, I don't expect anything. Like I said, I'm just scouting, seeing who's doing good, who's doing what they're supposed to. But I had to get him. My dud is Spencer Rattler. And this play right here just sums up everything.
Rattler gets away from Sweat. Direct in traffic. Wants to throw downfield. He's got Shaheed out there, and instead it's intercepted by Kevin Byard.
You want to know what the problem is with that play?
What's that?
It's not a bad decision, because if he's able to set his feet, he probably can fit that in between that safety and that corner that Shaheed split. But look how he threw the ball. That's the problem right there.
He thought he was Caleb Williams. Like I don't fault him. If you're gonna do that, make sure you know you can complete it. Like
I don't expect him to complete that. I don't expect him to complete that pass.
I expect Josh Allen to complete that. I expect Patrick Mahomes to complete that. But when I saw him doing it, I'm like, what is he seeing? Cause I can't see that. And when he threw it, I was like, he overthrew him. He didn't have no touch on it. He couldn't. No touch. So I think Gatwood dud was Tua Fish. I think we have a tie RC. We have Gino being on stud and dud 3 times already, and Tua, this is 3rd time. So we got all time record right here.
Tua's pass, first down, and that one is picked. Browns ain't done yet. There is a penalty.
Bro, Adam Shine was doing the CBS game breaks, and in the midst of him doing the game breaks between Miami and the Browns, once he got done announcing one or two of the interceptions, before he could cut the feed, he said, Tua just threw another interception. I said, oh my goodness, what is going on in Cleveland?
Now, it really look bad at him now since he said all that in a press conference. Even coaches not showing up to team meetings. And I seen this skit. This dude said maybe it's you two who not showing up to the team meetings, throwing back-to-back games with 3 interceptions.
I think he lost the locker room, man.
And I think Tua is going to be one of those quarterbacks like a Mac Jones. I think he goes somewhere else and has a great career. I think Miami his welcome has been worn out there. Same with the coach. I think change of scenery is going to be benefit both of those. Like I could see McDaniels needing to be in Atlanta. You know, I know they wouldn't.
That'd be a good fit for him.
Yeah. Just go be the OC over there if you can't be the head guy.
Like who need Tua now? What teams?
I mean, so let's say Mac Jones go get some money. Just say y'all sign Mac Jones. I can see that happen. The Saints say, you know what, Mac Jones did enough in New Orleans that we can make him our future franchise quarterback. You got a great OC over there. He just need a quarterback. Say he goes on, then we can put that kid on our bench, or the Vikings, or the Saints, the Vikings,
Minnesota,
the Packers,
JJ,
the Packers, the Jets, like the Jets. The Jets gonna come calling for someone at some point. Maybe Mac Jones goes there, but I feel like
Browns
we're going to continue this revolving door of quarterbacks going to places and reemerging because Tua, in his defense, I think he should be retired because we don't know the extent of those concussions, and then he hasn't had any consistency. I just don't really understand what for McDaniels to be running the offense that we run. He didn't got away from the run game. They're not as you know, it's like everything was built around Tariq. And now Tariq is gone. They don't look the same to me. He just look like a bunch of guys running around. And Darren Waller can't stay healthy. So,
yep.
I think that playoff loss really did them in. They haven't bounced back since that whooping.
As a roster, have they evolved? Like no. Go back to that playoff loss. They have not evolved as an organization or as a roster. It hasn't evolved.
You know who they moved away from too soon? Flores.
Yeah.
Had they waited and allowed him to kind of, I believe we got it together.
That mean they would have got rid of Tua too.
Yeah, I mean, you see it now. Tua is not the perfect fit for that. I think
Tua will do good in New Orleans. I think
he would.
That would be a good spot for him.
You know
it's about.
You know who Tua is? I mean, cut you off. But there's 3 quarterbacks that have similar body types, and they play the same way. But one guy has a better roster. Justin Fields, Jalen Hurts, and Tua Tagovailoa, I hope I pronounced the name right. They're all built the same. They play that same style. They all can run. They all got the same type of game. It's just Hurts has a better situation. And then Hurts is smarter and a better leader than the other 2. But if put in the same situation, if you put Tua in Philly right now and said, we're going to give you this offensive line, we're going to give you a run game, we're going to give you A.J. Brown, he might throw the ball to him more, you know. That's why I always say about quarterback, and it depends on the fit and where they go. You know, that's why I wasn't surprised by I was so pissed off when I saw Sam Darnold go to Seattle because I knew he had found his swagger, you know. So we'll see. Trey, you might see. You might see Trey Lance. You might see Trey Lance again reemerge. You just never know.
To be honest, I'd rather take Tua right now than draft a quarterback next year. I'd rather just try to build the O-line, try to fit some things. I think we shouldn't take a quarterback next year. I think we should wait. So, all right, we're gonna move on to some NBA. If y'all new here, go ahead and do this. Like and subscribe, share with family and friends. We're just gonna talk about the 2 opening games from yesterday. We can do some score updates at the end. Where is my? Oh, here it is. All right, the Thunder beat the Rockets 125-124 in double overtime. I know Gatwood was on the edge of his seat the whole way. Flowers, what was your thoughts?
It was what I expected. if KD doesn't foul out in that first overtime, I think the Rockets win. I think that might be the Western Conference Final matchup, unless Denver has something to say about it. Just to make a long story short, Amen Thompson needs to work on his jumper, of course. That's a big, tall, physical lineup that matches up well with Oklahoma City. I don't think people realize how big Oklahoma City, roster is as far as height. You got Shea, he's 6'6". When Jalen Williams come back, 6'7", 6'8". He's a humongous guys. Hardenstein, 7-footer, pretty much. Holmgren, 7'1". This is a big lineup, and Houston can match them piece by piece. So I think that the camaraderie that OKC has prevailed them through that win yesterday, but man, that Houston team, they're going to grow into something serious, I think. Forbid, Durant getting injured or something. They got their go-to guy now. I think Şengün, I was telling RC prior that I thought Şengün was going to have a big game. His game should be opened up more with Durant being there. You ought to see him, his rebounds and assists go skyrocket. I just think it was a great back and forth game. It took Shea Gildress a while to get it going because, like I said, them guys, and me and Thompson, them guys, they played some great defense. It took end of the third quarter, and beyond for Gildress Alexander to get going. And it took him getting to the free throw line, of course. So the Thunder are still who they are. They're going to play defense. They're going to run the floor. They're not going to shoot a boatload of threes. They're going to focus on their, defensive prowess to win them the games. So I'm curious to see how the season goes.
Right. RC, what are your thoughts?
Well, watching the Thunder, I'm always impressed how they can flip a switch. And that's great teams in the past been able to do that. If you watch the Lakers, 2001 Lakers, any Bulls team Jordan was on, it's like, all right, we're gonna feel you out, find our way, and once we feel out or figure out what you're doing, we flip the switch and we do what we need to do. That's one thing Shea has right now that a lot of other players in the league don't have: the ability to take over a game and pull his team to the finish line. I'm buying no team Durant to him. I've seen this movie over and over and over and over. I'm kind of over Kevin Durant. I appreciate what he's given to the game. I like him. He's a good dude, but I'm kind of tired of the player that goes everywhere and they have this hype behind winning the championship. I just don't think it's going to happen in Houston. I think Golden State's more equipped to do it because they have a more solid roster. But I like their coach. I like the young boy. I like, Durant's going to give them what Green wasn't able to give them, but I still think the championship goes to OKC. But other than that, man, I'm just excited that basketball is back and we got some more stuff to bet on. How about that?
Right. Man, watching that game, OKC just too good, bro. They bench, and we didn't see Jalen Williams last night. And Dort, he had a bad game. He had 6 points. He was 2 from 12 from the field goal and 0 from 8 from three-pointer.
Dort ain't going to take those shots from Jalen Williams come back.
Yeah, so it's just the OKC is deep, man. Wiggins had 10, Mitchell had 16.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Rockets were frustrating the OKC a little bit, but I just think that OKC firepower when especially when Jay Williams come back, that they gonna take it up to another notch. I think the Rockets, they do have something. I agree with Thompson. He's just got to find his shot, man. I mean, they'll give it to him. He just got to make them buckets. And just looking at the Rockets lineup, the height-wise from Thompson being 6'7", and to Adams being 6, I mean, that's going to be a tough team to beat. And the Rockets, they come and play defense. They can score. KD getting his shots, getting to the spot, taking it. I feel like we watched the Western Conference Finals right here. I think these are the two best teams in the West, and it's going to be another fight.
Now,
it was a good game.
I'm a Lakers fan, but I like Dallas. I'm going to tell you why. I trust Cooper Flagg more than I trust Thompson at the point guard. Cooper gonna be able to do things in his first year that Thompson should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
I trust Kyrie. I trust Clay. I don't trust AD, but him and KD, both of them might not be playing in the game. Both of them injury prone. But if I see them two, don't forget about Dallas. Don't forget about Dallas and Denver. And Denver is going.
Yeah, Denver's the one. I'm telling you, Denver is going to be the one.
Denver got that Shrek over there. I call him an ogre. You know, Shrek is over there, and Shrek does what Shrek do. He don't nothing about Shrek look like he should be able to do that on a basketball court until he actually does it. And don't be shocked if you see a trade where Giannis ends up in the West. I don't know where he'll be, but I got a feeling that he gets out of Milwaukee, he might end up in, one of those teams we're talking about, or one of those LA teams. But we're in for a good year.
For real, we are, man. Like I said, opening night was great. The back and forth with the Rockets and OKC. And to be honest, I feel like the Rockets kind of let OKC take this away from them, man. I feel like they messed up on a couple of bad turnovers, some missed shots, some miscommunication on defense would allow some easy points for OKC. They let OKC take it away from them.
Yep.
All right, the Warriors beat the Lakers 119-109. I cannot watch the Lakers, man. I cannot. It's terrible. Luka doing his fadeaway shots, taking random shots. It just seems like as though his shot correlation is kind of like off, man. It just he takes it when he wants to take it. It's just I don't know. I feel like there's no balance to what
Who
they're
on the
doing.
floor right now can get the ball out of his hand? Keith Sweat.
Nobody. It just seems like it's just the sequence to the offense. It feels off, and it had a lot of turnovers. So, what was your thoughts, RC? What do you feel like this Lakers team gonna do this year?
What they did the year before and the year before, they're gonna at some point they're gonna make a run with LeBron because LeBron's gonna come out and play well, and then they're gonna get to the playoffs and they're gonna get their butt handed to them because the issue with this roster is all the money is LeBron, AD, and AR has all the money. And so what you really need, you're not able to get. Nobody's in a rush and a hurry to help the Lakers, right? And so another thing, too, you go out and get a slower version of LeBron James. You go out and get a guy who's playing at a weight he ain't used to playing at. You got a coach over there who was a podcaster, ex-player, who thinks more of himself than he actually are. It's typical LA drama, whether it's the Rams, Niners, Chargers, Lakers, Clippers, Dodgers. There's always something going on. Always this storyline. And this storyline with this team is LeBron's probably at home like, y'all can't win without me. Y'all trying to move on without me. You can't win without me. Well, guess what, LeBron? It don't matter if he was there. It's a lot of, how Flowers bring out that belt? It's a lot of that's going to be going on this year because you're aging, bro, and these players are younger and they want to go at you. And you got two guys on the perimeter that can't defend. 3. That's the problem.
That's true.
And they buried my guy Rui. Rui was a good player before LeBron decides he wants to, treat Rui like he treated Kevin Love. Rui can do a lot, but you ain't gonna see it as long as LeBron there.
Marcus Smart was too busy doing his best Draymond Green impression out there on Curry. Man, can I just read this off real quick?
Go ahead.
So Luka had 43 points, so he led him points. 12 rebounds, he led him rebounds.
What was his field goal? What were the field goals?
His field goal was, let me pull it up. He was 17 from 27.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not. So he led basically every stat. He had 2 steals, 9 assists. He led in every category, and they were 8 from 32 from the field.
And this is funny what I'm about to say, and I think y'all might agree with me when I say this. That's better fitted in Dallas than LA, because at least Dallas had the defenders to back him up to let him play his one-man game.
Yeah.
Like RC just said, the Lakers have 3 people on the floor. Luka, Reeves, I'm guessing.
Reeves, Luka,
LeBron not a great perimeter player now either. So that Look, these young legs in the West, LeBron already got sciatica in his, in the back of his legs, whatever.
Yep.
So
He got. To be clear, he has the same injury that Dwight Howard has, and you know. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Like, LeBron ain't fooling nobody, bro. LeBron is low managing, bro.
Yep.
Starting the year out, and what y'all did to me.
I don't think that's a good thing, though. See, because
no, it's not.
They can slip. They can slip quick.
Y'all
nothing to play with.
Y'all handed the team to Skinny Luka. So I'm finna, it's just LeBron being LeBron. It's all strategic. Hey, we'll see.
Right, because Gabe Vincent, he came out here, he was just doing cardio. He had 3 points. So it's like, this is a bad team. This is a really bad team. And Luka, he landed in every category. He's not going to win his games. I don't see where they go from here. Dustin, what's up, bro?
Hey, before Dustin say anything, why Dustin pop in here like Kendrick Perkins, man? I put my head down, look up Dustin right there. What's up, Big Perk?
Hey, he always late. Your audio, your mic off. Let me see, can I cut it off for you? No, I can't.
I got it. I said Big Perk may not be on the air for too much longer.
He might be speaking with HR as we speak.
Right. So, Dustin, what are your thoughts on the Warriors and Lakers game?
I thought Austin Reeves balled out, but other than that, I wasn't too surprised. I mean, it was kind of expected. Even though LeBron didn't play, I don't think it would have made a huge difference. I still think they would have lost, and I don't think Austin Reeves would have had a great game. But I mean, the Lakers are a joke, and they've been a joke pretty much since that bubble championship. So,
yeah, so that's it right there, and they just living off the past pretty much right now. Curry and Butler, they combined for like 54 points.
I want to say something about that.
Do you think this Warriors team can make a push?
Depends. They might be too old, man. They might be too old.
Yeah. I think they make a playoff push. But the West is heavy. Like, the West is tough. But I think they can definitely make a playoff push. There's just so many teams in the West now. Because, I mean, now that San Antonio will have a pretty much a full season with Fox, Wemby, and then I like that new I think his name Carter something.
Don't forget about your boy that do all the dunks and stuff. What's his name with the dreads? Probably the best player on the team. They're Castle. Everybody Castle. That's the dude right there. That's the dude.
Spurs are loaded. Spurs are loaded.
We got Dylan Harper coming off the bench. 6'5", 6'6" PG. It's gonna be the West gonna be tough. So I think they can make a push, but I don't see them making a championship push. Right. I think that's dead. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna give you some pushback on that, because if they let Kuminga see how they play this, if Steve Kerr, just say, okay, I'm gonna allow the young boy to lead them.
Yep.
Let the young guys just let us get, we win games early with the young guys, and then let these older guys kind of load manage and then pick it up after the All-Star break. They could be dangerous, because it all depends on the coach and how he plays his young guys, because they got young pieces. Because if they make it to the playoffs healthy, look out.
There's gonna be a problem.
Look out.
If Steph doesn't get hurt last year, they're a problem with Jimmy Butler. Mm-hmm. But if I'm the Golden State Warriors, this is what I'm doing. I'm picking up that phone. I'm calling Milwaukee. Giannis, come to the Bay Area.
Hey, Flowers, you picking up the phone.
That's the move. That's the move. Look,
you picking up the phone, and when you call Milwaukee, their owner don't answer. It's hello, because he runs everything. I guarantee you, 50 piece. Hey, wait. Because you gotta understand. They trying everything. They bringing his brother back.
Brothers. Both of them.
Yeah, one of his kids maybe bringing water to the team. All I know is they trying everything in their power to keep him. So he might answer that phone himself. So That's the move, though, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Look,
move.
I'm highlighting Kuminga. Kuminga, you go out here and score 23, 24 a night. I'm going to fatten you up and make you look pleasable to Milwaukee. And honestly, well, you know, I might get some flack for saying this. Hell, I'll send Jimmy Butler and Kuminga to Milwaukee for Giannis.
Yeah,
I will.
for sure.
Yeah, because
Jimmy Butler was at Marquette. He'll be back at home. That's fitting for him. Kuminga's a young bull. He can go there, average his 24 and 25.
Yep.
Because that was the whole point of bringing in Butler is to revamp this team. But definitely, if Giannis would take him over the top, especially
Jimmy
if they
Butler,
want a shot.
36. Steph, what, 37? Something like that?
Yeah.
Draymond, all of them old. They are old.
They got to get younger.
And they're not only old, they're in dog years. They're old. Because you got to think about the years on those bodies.
Playoffs.
But this is the part that I'm intrigued by because they have a good nuclear. They have a young group that they can put on the floor. I know this will never happen, but I would have loved to see Jordan Poole return there because that's what they need. They need a guy that can come off the bench and score points. Steph Curry's on back over there. He's going to help them. But I'm like him. I'm like Dustin, man. The West, pick one. You can't go wrong.
Right. Yeah. Well, Buddy Hield, he did have 17 off the bench, so they got a little scoring there. But other than that,
That's good for Buddy.
Other than that, it was 5 from Al Horford, 5 from Richard, 6 from Gary. That's not gonna cut it. They're gonna need some guys that can really put the team to another level. Let's look at the scores from the night real quick before we get off. Dustin, you're late, so that's why the NBA second night you came in at the latter part of the show. The Hornets, they beat the Nets 136-17. The Magic beat the Heat 125-120. 125-121. The Knicks beat the Cavs 119-111. Are y'all surprised by that one?
Look, I forgot that Tills didn't have that job. I forgot that Mike Brown took over because I picked the Cavaliers. And after I picked them and started watching the game, I said, look, this is a different team because they're actually playing 11 deep.
Yeah, well, I had the Cavs +4. I thought that would be enough. But they beat by 8. Dang on. I knew there was a trap, Flowers. I knew there was a trap game.
I'm thinking Tibbs still there. They're gonna be 7 to 8, man rotation. So I picked the Cavs. I wasn't thinking.
Some told me to leave this game off my ticket. 76ers beat the Celtics 117-116.
I'm not shocked.
I should have left that game alone.
Not shocked at all. But you know what? The NBA is easier to play the spread with, in my opinion. Because if you think a team has a chance of winning and the spread is, like say, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, just play the spread.
The rookie scored 36. VJ, whatever his name.
Oh, VJ.
Paul George, say bye to your job.
Oh yeah.
VJ.
Estrom, yeah.
Oh yeah, that rookie man. I saw his he playing a pickup game. Dude was killing.
I like him. VJ. Yeah.
He's smooth. He was smooth with it too. He had a little quick crossover, and next thing you know, he was at the rim.
He played 1 or 2 games in summer league. They say, "Hey, we seen enough. Shut it down."
And he has length, and so when he gets to the basket, he finishes. I've seen some of the highlights where he.
So if this team, this 76ers team, didn't have McCain, he's still out with injury, and they able to beat the Celtics.
He has the same injury as well as LeBron and what Dwight Howard had.
Oh, the Raptors! I bet Randy having a good night. Oh, the Raptors. Well, a good week. The Raptors beat the Hawks 138-118.
I knew that was a trap game because I forgot the Raptors are loaded.
I left that game off my ticket.
The Raptors might be the only team in the NBA who has a team that matches their actual logo. They're built like a bunch of dinosaurs out there. They got all these players at the same height. I'm like, dude, but it bothers me watching Scotty Barnes because you should be dominating every night. You know, he has the same build as Giannis.
Right.
It's just, you know, I get hard. It's hard for me to watch him play. Like it's almost like watching a taller version of Scottie Pippen. But he just he don't play to his level, you know, like the level he should. He's like Brandon Ingram. Like he's more to desire.
Which is surprising because he been that way. He's had that build since like high school.
Yeah, dude. Like,
yeah,
dude. When I saw him in the platform shoes and the leather pants, I said, "Yeah, ain't gonna play."
They got to him. They got to him. All right, the Bucs beat the Wizards 133 to 120.
Anybody surprised?
Nope,
no,
not surprised at all.
Yes.
The Bulls beat the Pistons 115 to 111. The Bulls gonna sneaky good.
The Bulls had the Pistons down by 25 in the first half. So Detroit had to claw back.
The Bulls have a guy over there, foreigner. I can't say his last name.
But you talking about the guy they drafted 2 years ago? What his name is? I know you're talking about.
I accidentally followed him. I don't know how, but he was on my feed, and I was watching him. And I watched him train and work out. He's gonna be good. If they don't, and then Giddey is finding his way. So, but I think the Bulls need to relocate because as long as it's that curse, they're a cursed organization. They like can't keep their players, and they can't win nothing. So, just move to Champaign. I don't know.
Move to Champaign, Illinois.
All right, we got a couple games. Oh, the Grizzlies beat the Pelicans 128 to 122. I did take the Pelicans plus 10 on that one.
Right.
So we got 4 games on.
That is a very good question.
Oh, I got the stats right here. Oh, he had 27.
Get his eye. Hey,
Ozempic Zion in the building.
But listen, though,
he went off.
He's one dude that when he's healthy, he plays well. Look at his numbers.
Plays very well.
Yeah. Bro had 5 steals, 5 assists, 9 rebounds.
That's the Ozempic.
Yeah,
5
steals.
He had 5 offensive rebounds.
He need to get them to sponsor him.
Well, here's the problem. Here's the problem with Zion. They have yet to cut the lead down, the number of games you have played. We need to take an over-under this year on how many games he's going to play because I don't think he is more than just losing weight with him.
Set it at 55. Over-under at 55.
Yep.
If he can weight off, if he can keep the weight off and stay away from the
double M
corn stars,
dude. That to me, that's
the buffet and the porn stars.
I've seen 2 players in sports lose their careers behind that, and that's Jimmy Garoppolo and now Zion Williamson. Those 2 guys. Once it was made known that Jimmy was messing with porn stars, his career went in the trash can, man, because he just. You know, you got to show up to the game. Like, boxers don't have sex before they box. Jimmy, you couldn't do that, Jimmy. You can't do it. You got to get yourself together. So, same with Zion, bro. You sleep with the nasty ugly ones, too, Zion. I don't get it, dog.
Oh, yeah.
You're a wild boy.
All right, so this one might surprise a lot of people, and this one might actually ruin everybody's parlays from what I was doing my research on. Jazz beating the Clippers 106 to 77.
Yeah. I mean, Utah, let me explain something to you, man. Ace Bailey is for real.
Yeah.
Once they told Ace Bailey, hey, listen, all that you hear about is a facade. You can come out here and have sex. Ace was on that plane. Ace's whole attitude changed. Like, once he knew that he could have sex in Utah, he playing different. And then, if you
just leave your offer behind.
Clippers are just as old as the Lakers. Same issues, same problem, bro. Same problem.
And if you really think about it, for the past few years, every time because last year I've had the Clippers go to Utah and lose. They'll be the last leg on my parlay. Mm-hmm. They lose.
Yeah.
Yep. I took the Clippers -3. I went all the way down to 3. It didn't matter.
Get out of there, Tyronn Lue, while you can, sir.
But what's so crazy is y'all. I look at
everybody on ESPN. San Antonio. long.
Stop, man. Look, leave it. Let that go, bro.
Long apology. Very long.
Dude, he ain't let it go yet.
Look, no. I mean, I think he let it go, but about 2 months ago, when the report comes out that pretty much Kawhi Leonard is distorting Steve Ballmer and company, I think Dustin, came back alive.
But let me ask y'all this though: we're in a weird space where Harden, KD, Kawhi, Steph, Draymond, Clay, all these guys, they're on the back nine of their career. Like I think we're finna see an overhaul of players that we haven't seen in years leave out this league.
I agree.
Especially in LA, it's starting to it's stale. Like you know what it's gonna be year in and year out. And who's the young bull over there?
Got nothing but a bunch of wily vets, man. In Clipperland.
Unless you want to throw in Luka, yeah.
But I'm saying, who's the young bull for the Clippers?
Mm-hmm. Nobody. No, that's a bunch of old wily vets, man.
And OKC winning championships. That's where that young bull went.
Mm-hmm.
What's so crazy is in the third quarter, Kawhi Leonard has 10 points. Bradley Beal have 5. So,
that's another player. That's another player right there.
Yeah, Bradley washed. I hate to say that because I like Bradley Beal, but Bradley's washed. He's not a star. He's a bench guy now, in my opinion. But he needs to be a 6-man.
The problem with him too is I think he sees himself better than he actually is. And y'all, just be honest. He was good, really good with John Wall, but I don't know if he was ever a superstar in this league.
Well, before he left, look, I'm gonna be fair. 2 years prior to him getting to Phoenix, Bill was putting up great numbers after John Wall left. He was an all-star in Washington.
Yeah, but he was putting up great numbers on an
empty calories. I get what you're saying.
Empty calories.
So when I watched him last year, he still can score the ball. My issue with him is I don't think he fits well with anybody right now. Like maybe he can play with LeBron James and stand in the corner, but he's a liability on defense as well. Like, why go to the Clippers? Why go there? Like, what do you do well enough to say, okay, I can be a value to this team. I can add to this team because I think he's a liability on the perimeter. Guys running right by him like a cone. So
it's
I think you're right. See, it's an overhaul need to be done in the NBA. What'd you say, Swift?
I said it's not looking good. So yeah, it definitely need to be an overhaul. The Spurs are beating the Mavericks 60-51.
Not sure.
I took the Spurs +6.
That's a good number.
The Mavericks gonna come back and win.
I don't know. See, I say that because it's early, and San Antonio. I believe in camaraderie, of course, and with them guys being together a little longer than what the Mavs have. Like I say, you trying to get Cooper initiated with the offense we don't playing point. Yeah. I just think it's. I wouldn't be shocked if the Spurs started hot, fast, and quick. That they are loaded. Well, they got some depth.
If the Mavericks lose tonight, Cooper Flag gonna be the headliner. 16 minutes, 0 points. So
it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right.
You already know that's gonna be the headliner. So that's probably why they losing right now.
He'll be all right. Coop be all right.
He'll be all right. But they're gonna question him. They're gonna come out and question, especially 16 minutes, 0 points.
My problem with putting Cooper Flag at point guard, it sounds great. I mean, but he ain't played. And so you want him to play at the highest level of basketball. You want him to just learn on the fly at the highest level of basketball because you think you're gonna be able to see this white guy playing point. It's gonna make you feel better about Luka not being there still. But he's not Luka. He's not Luka. Luka is a very, very special player. Cooper Flag, I feel like he could be good, but at the point guard, I don't think he should be.
He needs to be off the ball. I agree.
Yeah, they need Kyrie back.
Or they need to make a trade. Or they got D'Angelo, but don't they?
D'Angelo there, but he's coming off the bench, I believe.
You start D'Angelo, and Cooper got to play off the ball. It's for him to have to play point guard. I'm with you, see. For him to have to play that position the first game in his NBA career, man, that's a lot. That's a lot.
And then
It's
look,
hard. It's hard.
You got a guy in Dallas who don't want to play the 5.
He don't have to though in Dallas though. That's the kicker.
Not Lively, but other.
He got Gafford, Lively.
Yeah, Gafford.
I mean, he don't got to play the 5.
Hold on. I'm
AD
not saying
looking like he got on the Zion diet this summer.
But listen, I'm not saying he has to play the 5
of course,
the whole game. I'm saying in certain packages, certain points of the game, he should be at the 5. You can move. See, with the 4 and the 5, you can swap them.
You know what I'm saying?
He don't want to bang down low. He don't want to be in the paint though.
You don't have to. With that team, he really don't have to. He can switch on offense and defense. They can switch. They intertwine pretty much.
Yeah.
So if he don't want to play the 5 on defense, he can switch it.
I don't disagree.
I think Cooper's a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
No doubt. He's a 3. No doubt. Because let me say this and we can move on. Just outside looking in, I said we're not even watching the game right now, but I'm just thinking out loud. Why would I want Cooper Flag guarding De'Aaron Fox and Castle? I'm just saying.
Yep. No foot speed right now. If he's still on them, I got the Spurs winning big. It ain't gonna be close, and because there's no way he gonna keep up with them. And I know what Fox is doing. He's pushing the ball, getting that ball.
Yeah. Well, we did see him struggle in some of the preseason games guarding off the ball, especially when they're setting screens. He had trouble, especially on the smaller guards, getting on top of that. So that may be the issue right now in the game. Who knows?
I know this was preseason, but Bronny was getting into him. Bronny was going.
I mean, I can see Bronny being stronger than him. I mean, Cooper's 18. Like, people forget that. That's an 18-year-old kid.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I mean, as far as muscle-wise, Bronny not small. Like,
Bronny had a full year playing with grown-ass men, and he's doing grown-ass workouts.
And Bronny should have been playing football. He built like that.
He's been a great receiver.
Yeah.
All right. The Kings are beating the Suns 59-40.
Not a shocker.
There's another team. There's another 2 teams that I'm sick of hearing of every year. I know Charles Barkley and Kevin Johnson and Chris Webber and Vlade Divac and those people that play for those organizations. Tired of both of them organizations who, they mess it up. They'll build it, get it together. Suns went to the finals. Freaking Kings had a coach finally, and they said, I don't like that. I don't like that. No, we got to go back to the sellers. Like, I can't stand the Kings and the Suns. Get it right just to blow it up. So that's another team. They got a bunch of old players on that team, though. The Kings.
Who?
Yeah,
you got Levine, DeRozan, Westbrook, Sabonis. Yeah, they got a lot of guys.
Jeff Green probably over there stealing money.
Schroeder, Dennis.
Yep, Dennis Schroeder. Yeah, they got a lot of guys like that.
What? Hey, Booker, he just
disappoint me more just because Devin Books. They had, his trajectory, his changed dramatically from when he dropped 70, made it to the NBA Finals, and since then it's been nothing. Like that was the hype.
He's turning to
sad.
He's turning to Mitch Richmond. I know y'all know that name, but
go
look at Mitch Richmond's career, man. It's like all that time wasted in Sacramento. He went
averaging 25 in Sacramento to do nothing.
Like this guy just over there in Phoenix, just getting attention.
He's content. I think Devin Booker. I think I said this last year too. I think Devin Booker is just complacent. He's settled. He's cool being where he's at. I don't see him leaving, man. Like I said, he signed that big deal because honestly, if you look at it, Devin Booker, if I was Devin Booker, I would have left. If I really want to be competitive, I'd have left.
He was happy with his pockets being fat. That's all that was.
I mean, that's home. Like, Phoenix is home to him. That's home.
When Chihuahua too, they pay him that much.
When Chihuahua Head retired, y'all listen to me now. When that son gonna retire out of LA and people know he really gone, see, I think I can see Booker in Los Angeles. I can see Booker or Giannis. I can see somebody's coming to play with Luka. You know, it's not going to be that. It's just LeBron.
Luka. Right.
Nobody's playing with LeBron. Like, I just think Booker knows. He thinks he loves Kobe. He knows what's up. And I think Jaylen Brown, somebody's coming to play with Luka. And so Booker, somebody need to tell Booker, man, listen, go play in Golden State. Go play in, San Antonio. Go play in Boston. It's nothing wrong with it. Kobe these guys that love Kobe and Jordan, that era of basketball is dead. There's no loyalty to none of that. Man, go play and have a chance to win a championship because you are a champion. Forget all that being loyal to one organization. Like, you're a champion, bro. Go play somewhere else.
Thing about Booker too, he's 29. He about to be 30 this year, I believe. So he don't have that many years left in him.
But his game translates for another 7 to 10 years.
Great
shooter.
Yeah, he can be a catch and shoot guy.
Yes, he can turn into Klay Thompson, what Klay used to be. Go play with a guy that can have you in the position where you was in with the finals, where you was able to be one-on-one with somebody. Booker one-on-one is a problem.
But like Flower said, I think he can play, especially after getting paid. I don't know. I don't see. He say he don't want to leave Phoenix.
Have you seen his house? Have you seen his residence in Phoenix?
Mm-mm.
Look, the way that's set up, I don't think he's leaving no time soon.
That's what I'm saying. When he talks about Phoenix and how he mentioned other teams and the trade, it feel like he have no desire. He's good where he's at, where his legacy is made out of. He's good. So I don't know what you can do.
I got a friend that's a Suns fan. He's out of Scottsdale. He's a Suns fan and he's a Arizona Cardinals fan. He said, "Man, we just go to the game to get girls, man. We don't win. We expecting to win. We just gonna go. Listen, I know this is a child-friendly thing, but they go smoke. They do drugs and go chase girls." He said, "Bro," I said, "Man, Arizona Cardinals pretty good." He's like, "Man, I by third quarter, I don't know who they are. They all look the same to me, both teams." He said, we going to have a good time, man. It's a party. And that's sad, bro, because both of them, if you got to understand, Phoenix Suns was in the finals. Like, their players are sprinkled all over the doggone basketball association. Like, Bridges should still be a Sun. Like
Cam Bridges.
Cam Johnson should still be a Sun.
And those were the pieces that were great around him and with him. And he thrived with those guys.
So they might be more entitled to go to the WNBA game than the Phoenix Suns game.
That is true.
The Mercury, they might be more geared to go to Mercury games. Yeah. All right, last game on the list. Let me pull it back up. The Timberwolves are losing to the Trailblazers 59-55.
They'll win that.
I left that game off my ticket.
I think Portland's sneaky.
Yeah, that's a.
Billups got them guys at the end of the year last year, had them guys in the right direction. Look, see, when we bet from here on out, you got to think about teams like Chicago, Portland, these guys that play good late at the end of the year last year.
I got a question then before we get off. What y'all think about Scoot Henderson? Because when you get a name like Scoot, you got to scat. I was thinking about like Scoot. Name like Scoot, I'm thinking for the hoop. But when I watch Scoot, it just is like my boy said on Kings of Comedy, like about Luther Vandross curl. It just don't quite. Something is not quite right with Scoot. Maybe he's one of them guys that need to be off the ball. But y'all think he's turned around this year?
I think they were too top heavy. I think they did a deed moving Simons to Boston. And maybe that opens up things for Scoot because I think he was just having to pick through too many minutes with Shaedon Sharp and all those guys. I just think it was a minutes thing because last year, I will say, prior to his rookie year last year, he did play better when he actually got to play. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna give him a pass from last year. I want to see him this year when there's more focus with him. Like I said, I don't know his minutes or anything tonight. So
he's injured. He's out.
Okay, he's out. Okay.
See what I'm talking about? Scoot.
See?
Hey, Scoot. When he got hurt all season?
I don't know. I just looked at the injury report and he's out.
He got that same injury that LeBron got, and that
so is Dame. So is Dame's out too.
They got that same butt injury that Dwight Howard had. I just don't understand it, bro. You've been out all you young boy. You know you're supposed to be scooting around. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. They don't have to
get rid of the Simon kid though. Simon was cold. He cold. Anthony cold, man. He cold, man.
What? I'm trying to see what he's out with. It's not telling me anything.
Yeah, it's the same injury. I'm telling you.
It might be a coach's decision. If it's a coach's decision, RC is right.
Yeah, they're not putting that butt injury on them, bro. They're not doing that. Look, Doc, you got a doctor on here. Like when you got an injury like LeBron has, it's like, bro, what do you sitting in that Phil Jackson high ass chair? Like, come on, bro. Like,
that's why I hate the NBA sometimes, cause it's just you never know like who's gonna be out and who's playing and how they feeling.
Bro, did y'all see that Killer LeBron sitting there? It looked like he had shoulder pads. Like, you ain't really a king, bro. You're not really a king, man.
That's what you have on his back, chosen one. So, all right, we're gonna do one more segment before we get off the show. It's called Name That Fit.
Boy, Petty Pendergrass. This boy Petty Pendergrass, man.
Today we call him B. John Robson down. Come on down, son. All right, what do y'all call this fit right here? Oh man, like
you can't put it up. Like, you so tickled. I need to see this.
I look like he was in a hurry. He got to put his clothes on and ran out the door for school. That's what.
We can't see it, bro.
We can't see it.
You can't see it.
No.
Hold up.
I can see it. It looked like he forgot to put his school khakis on, his dickies on.
Oh, let me add it right here. Hold on. How I can't see that?
No, I cannot see it.
Hold on, that man I got added on to here, man.
Petty Pendergrass.
Here it is.
Petty Riley.
All right, it's gonna be pretty big, so I'm gonna blow it up some. All right, how about now? Can y'all see it?
B. John.
They got him. RC, the industry got him. They got him.
Bro, listen to me.
He forgot the rest of his outfit for school. That's exactly what it looked like.
He walked in there straight drawers and socks on, and church shoes.
Bro, and then he got a penny loafers on, bro. Like, listen, bro. I gotta get my thoughts together. That's why they lost. That's why he had 41 yards rushing, 49 defense.
I'm telling you.
Like, dude, he got hurt coming to the game. He probably had to put some powder between his legs and pants. Like, what the world you got going on there, boy? And then this is what's even crazy about that is the fact that you walking like you're
you trying to hurry up and get to the locker room.
Dog, listen, man.
Hey, that's exactly where you need to be trying to hurry up and get to.
Dude, I gotta say this, man. And I said this in the past. If you wouldn't wear it broke, why are you putting it on rich?
I need to make a shirt with that saying right there.
Yeah,
right.
If you couldn't go to your high school, college, couldn't go by your girlfriend's house dressed like that, why do you think it's cool now? It's freaking manipulation. Whoever pulling the strings, it's always. Why is it always the brothers going to come? You ain't gonna see Travis Kelce coming in there like this.
Look at CMC, how he dressed every Sunday. CMC is a perfect example. He's on magazines. He do modeling. But he always comes to the game sharp,
dude.
Ready to
play. I want to answer the door wearing that,
dude. If you, dude,
right? It just
if you wouldn't wear it, why are you wearing it rich, man? Like I just want
it's the loafers.
It's the loafers.
He said, "Oh yeah." They saw the film on the bed. Like, "Oh yeah, this is it right here." Look, these guys are getting paid. I think that's what it is. The fashion designers are paying these players to wear the fit to the game. That's the only explanation.
Don't only give them the fit for free. Put this on. This will make you stand out.
So when did black people start to love fashion like that? I just maybe somebody can help me because I'm not
a fashion guy either. But
hey, listen,
I'm saying like in the 60s,
this is not
maybe the suits.
Not what Allen Iverson fought for. This is not what Allen Iverson.
Yeah, I don't know. Where did it go wrong? What player would dress like that just took it all the way?
Westbrook.
There it is.
It was Westbrook.
There it is. And
Westbrook.
then no one. See, we live in a society that accepts anything. No, masculinity is like frowned upon. So if let's say what we're talking about goes viral, you're gonna have the people in the comment, "Oh, you just hating on, you just this, or you just no, man, something wrong with this, man. You out here walking around. You out here walking around with your nuts out. Like, it don't make sense. Like, I don't understand, bro. You about to go play football, dude. You're not going to go lay with your lady.
I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
You might well just throw a nightgown on and put a what's called on top of it.
He look like a muscle turtle with loafers on.
Probably not too long.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, he rolled out of bed, man. That's what you wear to bed. He got the tank on with the boxer briefs. With the boxers, and he just he saw some peen loafers. I don't just throw these on and grab a card.
Could you imagine seeing Barry Sanders dressed like this, man?
I'm telling
you.
Could you imagine seeing Marshall Falk? Like, could you imagine? I wouldn't want to imagine Jerome Bettis wearing that. You're like, come on, bro. Like, you can't. These dudes were dudes, man. You just imagine Peyton Manning decided he want to come to the game dressed like Rude Paul. I don't understand. Like, you'd be like
Randall. You want to see Randall Cunningham and Warren Moon. You want to see some real dudes.
What just happened with wearing a nice 3-piece suit?
I don't know. That's why I wear a suit every time.
Do y'all remember Cam Newton? Y'all remember Cam Newton from Auburn in his years in the NFL? He was not dressing like he dressed now. Something is happening to these guys. It's a ritual, man. Something happening to these guys, man.
Hey, I guess we need to go watch that movie Him, huh? To figure it out.
Prime example. Jalen Hurts come to the game. Jalen dressed a certain way. He ain't wearing all that. Then, like you said, Christian McCaffrey. Like, there are guys but they don't get no attention. Yep. They only want to promote that. I still can't believe what I just saw, man. Bijan.
Look, I wish I would have seen that before the game Sunday. I put under on everybody. I promise you, if I would have seen that before the game.
Dude, that's the one place you can't wear that in Atlanta if you a man. That's all I was saying.
Oh, yes, you can.
You can. They wearing dresses.
They wearing dresses in Atlanta.
But listen to what I'm saying. Listen to where I'm going with. I'm saying if you are a straight man, it may not be a good idea. Because
maybe,
what you're saying, you're walking around like you're available. I mean, you got a long sweater
available.
All I know is Aaron DeGruder.
You get some unwanted advances. That's what you're trying to say.
So it's kind of like when I was a kid.
They maybe want it.
Hey, open.
The Boondocks were ahead of their time. Aaron DeGruder was ahead of his time because he said this was going to go on 12, 15 years ago.
So, dude,
ain't right.
When I was growing up, sagging was the thing, right? So, and then I found out what sagging meant.
Right.
Stop sagging. So, these guys are too comfortable. Like, their women can't be the baddest chick in the room no more. They like, I'm gonna show her,
She comes get their nails painted just like the women too. I just don't get it.
Right. You shouldn't be outshining your women dressing better than her.
The lady comes in and says,
walking in the nail shop.
Dude.
Right. I always thought the woman was the prize, right? When you had a woman, they like, dang, who he with? Now like, dang, what he got on?
And then it's the muscle about men. Like, it's the muscle bound men. It's the men with all the muscle. They built you look like a muscle turtle with penny loafers on. Like, dude, like
even Saquon.
Shannon Sharp.
Saquon said Bijan was the best running back, in the league, but Saquon, man, you still the best, bro.
No, listen.
Yeah.
I don't see JT wearing stuff like that and never do so.
I know that Bijan, like I said, he dressed like a muscle turtle and penny loafers. But the boy had a run in the game. I don't know how he scored. Like, the boy nobody gets a direct hit on the kid. Nobody just you won't see nobody hit this kid. Just lay into him. But I will say this, man. I'm incredibly disappointed. Like, I could talk about this all night with what I just seen, because I tell young kids now, young boys now, I'm like, man, get your hair cut, bro. Get your hair cut. It's okay to, a lot of these kids getting their hair dyed blonde and they suck. When Odell had his hair blonde, he was good. You got on red shoes and you got on gold shoes, but you suck. Like, Bijan can wear that. He can wear that, but he shouldn't be wearing that. But he's pretty good. But dude, that's Raheem Morris. You're losing your team, bro.
We're gonna call that a big L for the city of Atlanta.
Dude, can anybody
code,
tell me what's under Michael Penix do-rag? Because I ain't never seen
you never take the thing
a
off.
receding hairline for 500, Alex.
You're right. I haven't seen that man without that do-rag.
Dude,
that's
even
why.
Even on Madden, they got to do with a do-rag, bro. Get on, bro.
He don't want you to see that, man. He don't want you to see that.
And dude, and the do-rag is silk.
Like he got some waves under there.
Let me stop. Crazy. They're crazy. All right, guys, man. That's the show. We appreciate the support. People on TikTok. Hopefully we're gonna hurry them get to 1,000 so TikTok stop cutting my screen. Guys, you know when you get to 1,000, that's when you really can stream. Right now we're at 600 and something. So let's try to get that up. Thanks for the people over in YouTube and Instagram. Y'all always come through for us. Share family and friends. Yeah.
If you want to get to 1,000, start going in those lives with other people and putting tagging VOF and talking about your stuff in there, man. That's how I got to 1,000. Just go in there and promote yourself.
Okay, bet.
That's it.
Gotcha. All right, guys. We'll be back next week. Enjoy the Thursday night game, Chargers versus Vikings. Enjoy some NBA games tomorrow, and we'll be back next week.
Be good,
See y'all later, guys.
Hey, put some clothes on.